Hey, everybody, welcome to the 91 Day Business Spotlight Live. I'm your host, Jonathan Mast, and I've got today with me a very special guest, Barry Alt from Motorhead Digital. And he's going to talk to us a little bit about his agency and who he serves and all that. If you're new to joining us, I just want to remind you this 91 Day Business Live is literally a 91-day experiment that we're putting together. We're interviewing 130, maybe a couple more businesses, giving them a chance for 15 minutes to talk about whatever they want to promote their business. If you're interested, you'll see how easy Barry makes this look. If you're interested when we're done, just go ahead and leave me a comment and I'll get you all the details. So, Barry, with that, welcome. We're so thrilled you're with us today. Tell us a little bit about Motorhead Digital and who you guys serve.
Hey, Jonathan, thanks for having us. We're a digital marketing agency located in Palmyra, New York, outside of Rochester, and we serve the automotive restoration, performance, race, and restyling shops. The guys that are building race cars, the guys that are restoring old cars or building cars that are shown at the SEMA show, things like that. We focus on the organic side of things. So we're building websites, doing email marketing, on-site SEO, blog content development, social media management, things like that, to help elevate those businesses, build awareness, and get them noticed online.
Well, fantastic. I love that. Talk to me about, I know you have been in the digital marketing space for many years, as we were talking pre-call and all that, but how did you decide to niche down into the restoration and the performance automotive space? What pulled you into that?
Yeah, I've been in this business over 26 years, and for years, I worked with whoever came to me that had money. And the trouble with that is I had to learn all these different businesses. And
Hmm.
in 2017, 2016, I joined a coaching program called You Gurus. And Brent Weaver, the gentleman that ran that business, still runs it, said, you need to niche down. You need to find a niche and focus on that niche because you'll understand them really well. And what I did was initially I said, I don't want to do that. I like meeting all these different people. But I found that that made a lot of sense when I really got digging into it. I fiddled around with a couple other niches before that. And then a friend of mine said, you're a car guy. As you can see behind me, there's lots of cars and things like that. I went to school for auto services, auto body to trade school. And I said, well, that's a no brainer. So I started doing that and I focused on auto restoration. And that was huge because I know these customers. I know what they do. I know their pains and their struggles, and I understand cars.
Hmm.
We've had so many. One thing I can say about niching is we've had people we started this in 2017, we created Motorhead Digital. And what I really found out was, and especially in the last 2 years, people come to us and say, we want to work with you because you're a car guy and you understand us. Okay. That's been huge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Well, super, super exciting and obviously something that's been working well for you. So talk to us as somebody who's been in digital marketing for the 20 some years, you work with restoration and performance shops. Is there, while there's certainly a lot of uniqueness to the business from a marketing standpoint, are there some unique things that you're doing in those industries as compared to others? Or is it just really that knowledge of the industry and of the business that helps you set yourself apart?
I think we're doing a lot of the same things other people, social media management. We're doing a lot of the same things for social media management that somebody else, an agency, is doing for other niches. It's no different, except for we know the messaging, we know how to talk to the viewers, what to post. If you're creating a social media post with a 55 Chevy truck and you're talking about a specific aspect of that, you need to know what you're talking about. The car community will slam you on it.
Sure.
And it'll make your customer look really bad, right? So you have to know what you're talking about. You have to have that messaging and relatable images that make sense. And they just know their stuff. So you have to know your stuff too when you're doing the marketing. Email marketing is the same. It's just the messaging, how you put it together. It's pretty much the same across all different aspects of what your niche is, just understanding what that messaging is, what you're showing. One of the things that we, especially the last few years with everything that went on, is a lot of restoration performance shops are busy. They're really booked out, and we have a lot of them come to us and say, I don't need this because I have referrals. I'm booked out 3 years, but they don't think about the fact that what if something else changed and those referrals go away? So we try to educate them. We work to educate them. We don't try. We educate them to say, look,
Sure.
you still need to build this awareness and visibility of your business and have those leads come to you directly, organically, instead of a referral. Referrals are really great, but you want to get business other way for people finding you via a search or something like that, right? So having that messaging right definitely helps with that.
Well, that makes a ton of sense. And I know from my experience in the industry, even on a referral, if I get referred somewhere, I still want to see what is that business's presence like. And so even if you refer me, if they don't have a decent website, they don't have an active online presence, I'm going to be questioning whether or not I should go there or not, because it doesn't look to me like they're taking their business seriously.
Exactly. And we've had that conversation with shops that said, hey, I don't, I'm booked out, but I do need more work. I need to keep the funnel
Hmm.
full, but we're fine. We get referrals. I said, let me ask you this. How do people find you? How do they get that referral? Well, they're at a car show. They're talking to their buddy or somebody that you built a car for. And they say, well, so-and-so shop built it for me. They pick up their phone and they go to look at it, and your website doesn't
Bingo.
work because it's not mobile ready, or it's hard to navigate, or it's just outdated, right? We talk about that too, to say, look, as much as you're busy in your shop, this is the image that you're projecting out there. And we also convey the fact that, look, you're building some really cool stuff here, but if your website and your online presence doesn't reflect that, what are the customers you never knew you could have had, right?
Right.
Or the higher level, the higher value. We had I speak at the SEMA show, and we had a whole hour talk about high value customers, right? The people that live on LinkedIn, they're not on Facebook or Instagram. They're executives of companies. They get paid very
Exactly.
well, and they want that cool car. But if they get on their mobile device and go to your website, I mean, say you're building $200,000 builds, and you probably had an opportunity, you missed an opportunity for a $500,000 build because that executive couldn't navigate your site and they got annoyed and left, right?
And that's just really the reality of the times that we live in. I mean, those executives that have the money to do that are the ones that are going to get frustrated and go, I'm not going to work with them. They can't even get their web presence, done right. So,
Exactly, right? And the other thing too is we talk a lot about, where do those people live online, right? I said LinkedIn. They're on LinkedIn. They
mhm.
don't have time for Facebook or Instagram. And some of them, they might not even be car people. So even if they're on those platforms, they might not be following those channels to see what you're doing. But if they go to a cruise night, or they see a car driving down the road and, say, hey, I really like that, let me talk to that guy, and they talk about their car, but they maybe somebody didn't build it, they need to go out and start searching, or if they see something on LinkedIn. So we push a lot of our restoration and performance shops to build LinkedIn business page to get in front of those executives. But we've also had people come to us, I want to do email marketing and social media management. And the
Mhm.
first thing we do is do an audit of their website, and we come back and say, no, you need to start here. Don't waste any money on this stuff over here. Let us fix your website first. Then we'll roll into, we just had a meeting today. We're working on a website, and then we're going to roll into social email marketing.
Well, and again, that just makes so much sense because that first impression means a ton. Whether I'm, like you said, I'm at a car show or an event, or my buddy refers me, whatever that is. To me, it's akin to putting a restoration shop in the worst possible part of town in a burned out old building and saying, no, no, truly trust me with your $500,000 project, even though you wouldn't walk down the street here.
Yeah,
People aren't
exactly.
going to
Yeah.
do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's a well, as I look forward, I know my crystal ball is a little cracked and cloudy, but I always love to ask, as you look at 2024, we're recording this near the end of January in 2024. As you look at 2024, what are the things that these restoration firms, the performance shops, that they need to be looking at this year, maybe that might be different, or just something that they weren't paying attention to before?
as far as the
as
digital,
far as marketing and
yeah,
how getting in front of their customers?
yeah. One thing that we've talked to shops a lot about with all our businesses, looking at blog content development, writing content. One thing that Google's changing is they're looking at the expertise of the business, how you convey that you're an expert at what you do. And so writing blog content and things like that can help with that. So that will help with your visibility, search rank, and stuff like that. So we're talking to them about that. That's something new that Google has announced, I think, last year.
Yeah. Yep.
And I have a social media team, so I'm not the expert on social media, but that's one thing I've been talking to customers about. That also gives them lots of material assets to share online and do things like that when they're writing blogs. And a lot of shops, I don't have time to write. You have people that can help you with that. Also, we've been seeing, when I spoke at SEMA last year, we talked about AI. You know a lot about AI. We do caution people on that. AI can save a lot of time, but you want to make it your own. If you're going to spend
Absolutely.
time doing blog content with AI, yeah, let AI help you, but tweak the heck out of it. Don't just use what it's giving you, and do your homework too, to make sure that what you're getting is actually. And I'm still kind of like, where is AI getting all this stuff, right? So, we're all still learning on that. But those are the two big things. Really is what we're looking at. I think overall the economy is kind of unknown right at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking to clients about that. There's clients that are saying, hey, I don't know if I want to keep going. And I have a whole story on our website blog about how Kellogg's upped their marketing during the Great Depression and Post
Yep.
stopped, and what happened to Post, right? So that's something we talk about too, is, hey, if there's unsure times, that's the worst thing you can do is cut your marketing.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Really good advice. Well, if we've got anybody that's working at running a performance shop, a restoration shop, or anything like that, that's got questions, they want to reach out, Barry, what's the best way for them to reach out and connect with you?
Yeah, just search for Motorhead Digital. Will come up. We do have an Instagram page, so we'd love to have you follow the Instagram page. Check me out on LinkedIn for Barry Alt. We have a Motorhead Digital LinkedIn page, Facebook. We're all over the place. I think one thing, keep an eye out for our podcast coming up. So we have a podcast.
Tell me about that. Tell everybody a little about your upcoming podcast. I love the name, by the way.
Yeah. So myself and my co-host Annette Bauer from Annette Bauer Creative. She's a drag race photographer from out in California. So we got both coasts covered. Our podcast is going to be called Gearheads and Gasoline, and it's really focused on having conversations with these shop owners that we're already working with, and understanding how they got into business, what were their failures or success, what can they convey to young people or other people that want to get into the business and just don't know how to get started. And simple things too, like I'm sure we're going to have conversations like pay your taxes, and things like that. Get a marketing person. Don't try to do everything yourself, right? So that's going to be starting end of first quarter.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to hear more about that, and that's going to be exciting. So, guys, take a moment. If you're in the right biz, or if you're interested in it, look up Barry, reach out to him, and make sure to bookmark or think about that podcast coming out at the end of the first quarter. Gearheads and Gasoline, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, Barry, thanks for joining us today. I know you've got a very busy schedule. You've got lots going on. I really do appreciate that. And want to thank all of our viewers, whether you're watching us live or on the replay. We really appreciate it. We also would appreciate a thumbs up. If you like these interviews, let us know. We'd love that feedback. With that, everybody, make it a great day, and we'll see you soon.